Hi, I wanted to take a minute and talk about KeyDo and plain text software. So I made a video last week about how I think plain text software should be more of a thing. We should be using plain text files to store our stuff. We should be doing our own file storage and backup and all that stuff. Great pipe dream, but really doesn't mean much unless you're actually doing it. So I'm trying to start the process of converting my own computing that I do over to using that kind of paradigm. So the first thing that I did was I created a Python prototype of it, which I'll show in a second, and I'd like to convert it over to Rust. I'm a little nervous because I'm not that great at Rust, but hopefully with ChatGPT I can figure it out along the way. But so far I have a feel for what the command line should do. So yeah, let's take a look at that, and again, let me know any thoughts. Last video, people had a lot of good thoughts. Some people were like, yeah, this is great. Other people were like, nah, that's pointless. But hey, it's all valid. Let's talk about it. And yeah, I'm excited to make some progress on this. It's been very much a back burner side project type of thing, but it's something that I really like to happen. So I'm going to try to chip away at it yet again. So let's check it out. So here's what I have so far. It's a 196 line Python script all in one file, which is terrible, but it's just a CLI with a few subcommands. And what I've been doing is, to get the feel, I have this KD alias that I set every time I start coding this, and it's just python3 prototype.py. So I'm just running this script and giving it this KD alias to simulate if that were actually the executable's name. So once I do that, you can do KD, as in KeyDo is the name of it. So KD, you have actions, projects, stats, and review. So the big idea here is, I'm a big subscriber to David Allen's Getting Things Done book. If you've never read it, I definitely highly recommend it. But the idea is that everything is a project. Anything with more than one step, that is a project. So you have a list of projects, and then the only way to make progress on a project is to figure out the next action and do it. So that's the idea here. So you can see the stats. One project, 0 next action, 0 reference items. And review, I didn't finish doing this yet, but there's also the idea of a weekly review with David Allen's book, where you take a look at every single project, every single action, make sure your whole system's up to date, because throughout the week you don't have time to keep this system up to date. But if you're not updating it frequently, you're going to go blind to everything in the system, and you're going to start making notes on little napkins and envelopes and things, and then there's no point in having any to-do system whatsoever. So right now what you can do is you can create a project with the new, so new project, and let's say that I want to get my oil changed, which I actually need to do. Okay, so oil on my car has been changed. Category. So for this I was thinking like work or personal, or however else you want to divide it up, family, whatever. For me, I'll just put personal. And okay, so now I can see that today I changed to that project. I haven't updated my project, which was a little sample while I was developing, since the 28th of April. Okay, whatever. And in case you're curious, this is all in KeyDo.yaml. So like this is it. Like, how beautiful is that? It's so simple. There's just, some text in a file. It's great. So now what? Now we want to figure out what the next action is for this project. So it's a little clunky right now. It's not linked as well as it should be, but we can enter next action. So for me getting my oil changed, the next action is definitely going to be look up number for oil place nearby. And the context can be, is it something that you do on your phone? Is it something that you do while you're at home? Can it be done anywhere? Things like that. Or is it like a low energy, high energy task? Like, you can put the context however you want, or just default. But for this, it's going to be phone. If I feel like talking on the phone, that's going to be this project. Oh, wait a second. No, it's not. Let me start over. Context. Yeah, so this is going to be a laptop thing. And which project? Oops, they both have the same ID. Okay, so that's a bug, but you get the idea. I'm just going to leave it blank, and then it gets updated. So we have an action. Okay. And the idea is that you would just review your actions list and not really have to look at your projects list. So like this actions list, if all of these projects have a next action set, I should be able to just pick this list and say, okay, what do I feel like doing, or what's the most important thing on this list, and go do it, and not really have to think about the big picture of what projects, what I'm trying to accomplish. It's literally just physical actions that I can take right now. So that's all I got right now. It's getting to the point where there's a lot of like code debt, and I'm doing things in a really terrible way all over the place. And there's like copy and pasting going on and all kinds of terrible stuff. I have an environment variable setting KeyDo YAML, whatever, default context. It's getting out of hand. So I wanted to make this video real quick to show this, but I think the time has come for me to dive into making this in Rust, and I'd love to figure out how to do like test-driven development in Rust too. I wrote a test and it worked, but it didn't really test anything, and I have this project structure set up basically. So if I do cargo run, it doesn't even compile, whatever. But yeah, time to dive into Rust. I guess I can commit these changes too. I don't even know what I changed. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to provide an update, and I'm going to try to start making more videos like this, hopefully a little bit more casual, and just actually be doing the work instead of making fancy videos that look nice. So there you go.